Now developing story, an arrest is made in connection with a deadly crash on I-95. That crash killed 4 people and sent several others to the hospital. Tonight, police say this all happened because the driver of that van was drunk at the time.
But that was just one of 2 crashes this morning that claimed lives and tied up traffic across Miami-Dade County. CBS 4's Joan Murray is live tonight at Jackson Memorial Hospital, where some of the victims are being treated. Joan.
Well, what an awful morning it was. Some of those victims, as you said, are here at Ryder Trauma Center from the I-95 crash. Then there was another crash on the west end of the county on the Florida Turnpike extension. Some of those victims remain at Kendall Regional. And one man tonight is in jail charged with DUI manslaughter.
From east to west, a dangerous, deadly morning on South Florida highways. 6 people dead in 2 separate crashes. Hours and hours of traffic tie-ups. The first crash happened 1 in the morning, northbound 95 at Northwest 62nd Street. A motorcyclist riding with a group of other bikers lost control and was down on the highway, but it would get much worse.
At 1:14, we received another call of an accident involving a white van that had struck vehicles that had stopped to assist the motorcycle.
Miami Fire Rescue initiated a mass casualty response after several people who had stopped to help the injured cyclist were hurt. In the end, 4 people died. At least a half dozen others were rushed to the hospital. This man, part of a biker group, said some of his friends were hurt in the chain reaction crash.
It hurts, you know, my heart felt something different. I was just with one of them yesterday, early morning. And it hurt, you know, to think that that was the last time, you know.
FHP said the driver of the van that plowed into the group of Good Samaritans was drunk. Lionel Orrego was booked into jail and charged with 4 counts of DUI manslaughter.
It's definitely a tragic scene. We've notified the families.
On the other end of the county, more tragedy. As FHP said, the driver of this maroon van with 5 people spun out of control 4 in the morning, hit a guardrail on the Turnpike extension near Okeechobee Road. 2 women were ejected from the SUV and killed. A 3-year-old boy survived.
The roadway was wet. It was raining earlier this morning, which I think might have contributed to it. Anytime there's a slick roadway, it always increases the chances for a vehicle to lose control. But the scene it's always tragic when you have a family that loses their life when they're just kind of commuting.
2 women killed in that crash on the Turnpike were from Homestead. As for the victims here, FHP has not yet released any names of the people who are here in the hospital. We know at least some were seriously hurt, and we do not yet know the names of the 4 people who died in the I-95 crash. In Miami, Joan Murray, CBS 4 News.